Once again, greetings to you, soul sisters and brothers. I'm Soul Brother Eric. I just want to finish up summing up on this subject. This individual, Dr. Malachi Z. York, the incarcerated Nuwabian leader who's sitting in a supermax federal penitentiary in Colorado. And like I said, you have what I was going to say is that there are more people constantly embracing his teachings, not having an inkling ideal of this guy's history, especially prior to his incarceration and what he did to members in his community, especially minor members, you know, who were physically and mentally destroyed by his actions, and other people in as adults who was destroyed by his actions as far as lives are concerned. And I mean, untold thousands and thousands of lives were destroyed because of this guy. He had people up under dilapidated living conditions in these, branch communities he had around the country, and even in on that land that he had in Eatonton, Georgia. And he even left people unattended for that raid that took place, on the day he got arrested back in May of 2002, you know, which he didn't even let his followers know that the authorities was coming in to raid the land. And he just left them basically for dry, you know, because things could have actually got worse, you know. I mean, when you had talking about guns being pointed not only in the faces of women but children and stuff like that. And this guy even ran off with a couple $100,000 of his own personal money, and stuff, because he knew that the feds was coming after him. But like I say, he is where he's supposed to be, where he's sitting at rotting away in the cell for the rest of his life, in that super maximum federal penitentiary in Florence, Colorado. And like I said, what you put in the universe, you get right back at you. And this is a common fact, and it needs to be more so-called black leaders who've misguided and misused and took advantage of dark-skinned slave descendants here in America, that need to be held accountable exactly just like him. I'm talking about people like the T.D. Jakes, Creflo Dollars, Farrakhan's, these other people, they need to be held accountable, because they're no different. But, neither here nor less, he pleaded guilty in the first place, though he took it back. But he pleaded guilty. And from what I heard victims say, as I spoke on before, I have no reason to doubt at all what they are saying, nor the other connected evidence that shows his guilt, and the fact that his followers who are still defending him, instead of accepting the truth that this guy's a pedophile and a con artist and a pimp as he was, pimping brothers, having them out there at 6 in the morning, selling his products, and if they didn't come back with the right quarter, especially by the curfew of 12 or 1 at night, they was getting jumped on and all this craziness. But yet he turned around and was calling the so-called white man the devil, unquote. But was he any different, with the way that he ran these branches of communities that he had around the country? So that's evident in itself that he didn't care about his own people as he so claimed to do. talking about he was, the savior for this day and time and trying to save us from the hell that we've been going through for almost 500 years as a dark-skinned people in this country. Come on. You know, he was part of the problem. You know, like I say, he wasn't no different than these other, you know, charlatans, selling our people out like they do every day. And then you still got these silly fools, or rather yet, I don't want to call them out their name. I'm going to just say these ignorant soul sisters and brothers that's still defending him, you know, instead of accepting the fact that things are what they are. And I'm glad there are brothers like Chuck Morgan that's, exposing them even when they try to debate him, on the truth that he speaks. He contradicts them and catches them in all type of lies and contradictions, which is caused me to learn more that what I called myself following, especially starting back in the 80s, I was doing nothing but wasting my time, and I have to say, sadly, I wasted years out of my life that I could have, spent time doing more constructive, better stuff with than chasing behind this cat's organization and these falsified teachings, which is assimilated with nothing mostly but homosexuality and pervertedness and all that stuff, which is a proven fact. And like he would say himself, I'm going to use one of his phrases, don't believe me, go check it out for yourself, but this guy's being exposed, his teachings is being exposed, and the ones that's being converted to his teachings, eventually they gonna have to come to terms one day or sooner or later to wake up to see this thing ain't what it all is. But like I said, it's really more that I would like to say, even dealing with that, but I don't have much time that will allow me in this video to do so. But I really just want to point out some things, that, I listen to the victims as I've been doing in this other video, before I started posting this one. And, it just kind of got to me a little emotionally, knowing that I was once a part of that organization, and it just got to me. I mean, really, just to hear the own firsthand stuff that they went through dealing with this guy, and his and it's like I said, it wasn't no different from, what Elijah Muhammad was doing in the Nation of Islam to those young females that was in his organization that was underage, and it ended up where Malcolm X got killed by that same organization for exposing it for what it was, in terms of that situation, and other things. And, I know even those who are watching this video who may know me, may be mad, but hey, the truth is the truth and it got to be put out there. Enough with the lies. Peace.